feel like there might be something that I've been doing wrong this whole time. Now, before you skip ahead thinking this might be some clickbait thumbnail because 2 extra sales with this eBay trick, you might want to watch. And it's something you probably already know about. I haven't been using any promoted listings really in the last year or so. And that's because, I always thought it was just an extra cost on top of the already, pretty expensive eBay fees that are charged on eBay. So I always opted out of them. In theory, promoted listings are a great thing, right? Like you get your listings out to more people. It's all great. It's all good. Until I saw someone talking about it in a video where they were kind of talking about their experience. But I'm not a gatekeeper, and I'll never keep information from you guys that I think you could benefit from. If there's some, strategy, or if there is an ability for you to make more money from selling on eBay, I want to help you out and bring that information. So this is what I did. As I pull this bin down, probably hit the mic. What I did is I promoted my listings for all 810 of my listings. And you won't believe the immediate results. So yesterday I turned on, like I said, the promoted listings for 810 listings at a 2% ad rate, and I had the best day of sales I've ever had on eBay. I'm not trying to say that I have, made crazy sales before, but I did, $410 on eBay yesterday, and that's pretty good for me. My best day before that was $388, and that happened back in May. So I think that turning on promoted listings and it to happen in the same day is a pretty high correlation. This may be being a really good strategy. And the way I'm looking at this, I promote taking offers and sending out offers that are aggressive. For instance, if there was a shirt I was selling for 20 bucks, I would usually take a $14 offer on it, or I would send out a $14.99 offer on it, which in terms of percentage-wise, $5 off would be 25%, right? If I'm offering $15 for a $20 shirt, that's a 25% discount. And with just a 2% ad rate on all of my listings, that means I'm only giving up 2%. So let's say someone said this in a video I was watching. They said if there was a shirt for $100 and someone offered $98 for it, I am taking that offer 100% of the time. I am never going to decline that offer. I'm never going to counter offer. I'm going to 100% accept it. And so when we're talking about a 2% ad rate at the time of purchase, you don't have to pay it up front. You don't have to pay it before it sells. That ad rate, that promotion rate, it's going to be taken off the final value fee of the sale of your product. So on a $100 sale, it'll only be $2. And we're obviously early in on this journey, right? Where I am thinking this could be a really big breakthrough for our road to 100K challenge is thinking that on the first day of trying this, we have our best day of sales ever. I've done so many things to try to beat that record from last May, uploading more products, uploading better products. And then the first day I try with promoted listings, it is the best day ever. I want to preface this by saying, this isn't required. I think that, in some product categories, you're going to be able to have products that just have such good sell-through rates that you don't need to promote them. But with clothing, and especially clothing that's, from that $15 to $30 range, it's maybe just a little bit more basic, I think this could really make sense. So for my business model, I'm going to try the 2% out on all listings and see if we can continue that momentum. We saw a couple items from my store sell today that have been sitting for a while, so that's good. On average this year so far in 2024, we have done $169 per day up until yesterday. So to go from that to a $400 day, it's feeling pretty good. And I'm not saying it's going to happen every day, but if we could get that average up to 278, which I think is the number to hit 100K, we'd be on track to do it just through eBay. With that change in our business and changing up the promoted listings and adding that variable in, and hopefully, adding revenue along the lines of of the year will help us get to that 100K level, right? So I wanted to bring it back to the office, back to the more beginning videos that we had, and talk a little bit more about where we're at in that process of road to 100K on eBay, which is now going to be road to 100K selling online. And what we're adding in now is Whatnot. And if you don't follow me already on Whatnot, I would recommend it. We've been selling some things for very cheap that you could definitely buy and then resell on your own. But that's another story. So far today, on the 27th day of February, for the year we're at $10,340. That brings us to $178 a day. So if we were to keep on that average, we would end up at $66,958 on the year. If we were to stay on this pace, that would leave us about $33,000 short of where we'd want to be at 100K. But there's something very positive in this weekly update compared to last week's update. And that being that if we were to stay on last week's pace, we'd be at $63,528 at the end of the year. So over the last week, we've been able to improve about $4,500 on the average throughout the year. So in my mind, that's a positive way to look at things so far, because we've had a lot of negative weeks where we just haven't been hitting our goals. So thanks for watching this video. I know it's kind of a shorter one, but I wanted to quickly bring that information to you guys about the promoted listings that I just started. They doubled my sales, because my average sales before then was $169 and it went to $400 in a day. Beat my top sales day ever. If you want to try it with me, 2% on all listings, $2 on $100. I think it's worth it. If you don't, I'm going to be talking about it most weeks and seeing how it's going and seeing if it's increasing the average of the sales. So we got one day that's better, but we want to see over time the average be better. So follow along to see if it's actually going to work or not. Make sure to subscribe and like this video. It helps a ton. Push the video out to more people. I want as many people to know about this as possible because I want them to see the experiment work or try it out for themselves. All right, see ya.